buzzing to share some absolutely huge news involving Hedera HBAR. News so massive that it involves a company with over 750,000 employees and $70 billion, 0 cents in revenue. Accenture, the consulting giant, is leveraging Hedera Hashgraph to solve the single biggest, scariest problem facing the world's most powerful entities: trust in AI. We're talking sovereign AI, government contracts, and immutable verification. This partnership is a game changer that proves HBAR is no longer playing in the minor leagues. Stick around, because if you ignore this, you're missing the future. If you're interested in this topic, hit the like button, subscribe, and type interested in the comments, and I will give you a heart. To understand how huge this is, we have to talk about the new problem. Think back to the start of the information age. It wasn't about getting data, it was about getting trusted data. Today, we're in the AI age, and we're facing a crisis of trust, a crisis of provenance. AI is a magnificent beast, processing data at light speed, simulating outcomes, and generating answers to impossible problems. But here's the kicker, the dirty little secret that keeps CEOs and government officials awake at night. You can't trust the machine. You can ask an AI to predict a potential risk to critical infrastructure, say a power grid in the state of Kansas, and it will give you an answer. But can you verify where that answer came from? Was the data clean? Was the model tampered with? Was the computation executed correctly? If you can't verify the lineage of the AI's output, you can't use it for anything serious, not for military planning, not for financial regulation, and certainly not for managing a nuclear power plant. The previous speaker nailed it. Provenance is the problem with AI, and if you can't trace the data trail backwards, the whole system is useless. Now, let's talk about the company that just put Hedera in charge of solving this crisis, Accenture. When I say huge, I mean historically, mind-bogglingly huge. This is not some startup that had a decent quarter. We are talking about one of the largest consulting and technology service firms in the world, a company with 774,000 employees. That's roughly the entire population of Seattle, Washington, all working under one roof. Their revenue thus far in 2025 has been a staggering $70 billion, 0 cents, and they operate in over 120 countries. They are the definition of global enterprise infrastructure. Accenture doesn't partner with you unless you are the best-in-class, mission-critical solution. Look at their allies: Microsoft, Amazon Web Services, AWS, Google Cloud, SAP, Oracle, IBM, and Cisco. These are the largest enterprise ecosystems on the planet, and Accenture services them all, helping them with cloud migrations, AI data analytics, supply chain solutions, and finance transformation. Accenture is the central nervous system for global Fortune 500 businesses. And now they are leveraging Hedera Hashgraph to power their most critical AI solutions. This is coming straight from the horse's mouth. Brian Rich, the global executive AI lead for Accenture Public Sector, just made the announcement: the negative reality of untrusted AI is a loss of life, a collapse of infrastructure, and a return to the dark ages of computation. The improvement that Hedera brings is simple, elegant, and revolutionary: verifiable governance. By rooting trust in the silicon using next-generation hardware from NVIDIA and Intel and anchoring it in the immutable, transparent history of the Hedera network, we get cryptographic certification for AI workflows. This is how you give AI accountability, compliance, and trustworthiness. Problem with news this massive is that it flies under the radar. The masses are still worried about meme coins, while the largest companies in the world are fundamentally building the future on Hedera. You need the deep dive analysis of this technical deployment. I want to talk to my most strategic holders who are ready to understand the why behind this move. You need to move when the global enterprises move. If you're tired of reading about the enterprise adoption after the prices jumped, hit that join button below this video and become a channel member today. You'll immediately unlock members-only executive briefings, detailed breakdowns of Accenture's client base, and the direct revenue streams this verifiable compute framework will bring to Hedera. We give you the alpha you need to maximize your HBAR bag and understand exactly why this utility is a $47, 0 cents HBAR catalyst. Join the membership, gain the trading edge, and stop guessing. Let's take a breath and talk about what this actually looks like in practice, because the technology is mind-blowing. Accenture's solution, called Nav AI, is a multi-agent solution deployed on Nebius sovereign infrastructure. The announcement was made at the NVIDIA GTCDC 2025 conference, a powerhouse event involving the titans of the chip industry. What is sovereign AI? Think of it like this. When the US government or any major critical infrastructure provider, say a massive utility company in Texas or even the Department of Defense, uses AI, they cannot risk that data leaving their secure boundaries. They cannot risk a foreign actor or a rogue cloud service tampering with the inputs or the outputs. They need an AI that operates within a national or enterprise shield. They need sovereign AI. The negative reality here is devastating. If you cannot trust your AI, your enemy will exploit it. A state government using AI to forecast risks to its water supply needs 100% confidence. The video demonstration shown at the NVIDIA event perfectly illustrates Hedera's role. They showcase a digital team of AI agents managed by an orchestrator, all focused on forecasting and simulating potential risks to critical infrastructure in the state of Kansas. This is not just chatting with data. Behind the user interface is a simulation and forecasting model comprising 4,000 lines of complex code. The speaker pointed out that building that simulation with a human team could take 6 weeks. The AI does it in a matter of minutes. That's the speed. But here's the Hedera difference. Every single agent deployed has a supply chain built into it. If you think of a digital team, each agent has about 35 components. Hedera's immutable ledger acts as the anchor, the unbreakable chain of custody for every single component, every policy applied, like EU data regulations, and every action taken by the AI. If a non-compliant dataset is introduced, a piece of data that violates policy, the system isolates it instantly. Hedera's transparent history proves when the violation occurred and who introduced it. This allows the government official to remediate that dataset all in the glass, meaning they have a fully auditable, verifiable record of the entire workflow. Without Hedera, that AI output would be just another unverifiable, risky suggestion. With Hedera, it becomes a trusted, auditable command. Think of it like the old American saying, trust but verify. In the past with AI, the saying was trust and pray. Now, thanks to Hedera, the saying is trust and verify with an immutable, consensus-backed timestamp. This revolutionary framework is designed to be put directly into the hands of government officials and enterprise managers so they can design and manage their own digital teams in ways that are truly revolutionary. This level of enterprise deployment, leveraging NVIDIA and Intel hardware, is not just a partnership, it's a global infrastructure play. This news is too nuanced for the public, who will only see the price jump later. I want to talk to my most aggressive long-term holders. You need the tactical knowledge to leverage this enterprise utility. If you want to be positioned correctly before the market realizes that Hedera is the go-to ledger for every Accenture client, then hit that join button below and become a channel member. Premium members get priority access to my deep dive research into how Nebius, NVIDIA, and Accenture integrate Hedera's verifiable compute. We will show you the exact architecture and the fee model that will drive enormous transaction volume. You get priority comment replies from me on every video, ensuring your specific questions about this complex enterprise flow are answered fast. By becoming a member, you gain the confidence to hold your position, knowing you have the deepest fundamental analysis backing your investment. Join the membership, gain the conviction, and secure your financial future. Let's be clear, this partnership with Accenture, Nebius, and NVIDIA confirms that Hedera has taken the unquestionable lead in a sector that any company, notable or not notable, provides software to global enterprises. Other distributed ledger technologies, DLTs, talk about being a source of truth, but Hedera is doing it right now with the companies that own the world's infrastructure. Why Hedera? Because it acts as the source of truth, the provenance lineage. It gives AI accountability, compliance, compatibility, and a level of accuracy that was previously impossible. This isn't just theory. This is the reality of real-world adoption, perhaps like no other DLT has seen. The global executive AI lead for Accenture is literally saying this system is powered by the Hedera blockchain. That's the kind of quote that'll be taught in business schools 10 years from now. The tragedy and the opportunity for you, the smart holder, is that because there are just so many of these wonderful utility-focused things going on, Hedera tends to fly under the radar. It doesn't generate the same volatile, speculative hype as other tokens. Value sometimes takes time to be realized, like a massive ocean liner, slowly turning toward its destination. But when that turn is complete, the momentum is unstoppable. If you look at the fundamental transformation that DLTs are bringing to the world, Hedera, in my opinion, sits in the #1 spot across many industries. And AI verification is the best example yet. This technology is fundamentally going to transform how governments and enterprises operate, and Hedera is the clear leader based on the partners they attract. The biggest negative bias you must overcome is your own impatience. You see the price action hovering, and you think, if this news is so huge, why isn't HBAR at $1.00 yet? This is the investor's version of the Gresham's Law. Bad money, speculative, hyped coins sometimes drives out good money, utility-focused high-value assets in the short term. The speculators are still chasing the small, quick pumps. The people who will get truly rich from HBAR are the ones who can maintain their conviction through the consolidation phases. They understand that a multi-billion-dollar company like Accenture cannot move at the speed of a retail speculator. They must implement, test, verify, and roll out a solution of this magnitude. This means the enormous transaction volume will not hit all at once. It will build slowly, steadily, and then, bam, when the transaction volume hits critical mass, the supply shock will send the price soaring to levels that shock the world. The ultimate prize for overcoming this negative impatience is the price shock. When Hedera fully realizes this utility and the transaction volume demands the HBAR supply locked up by Accenture and its clients, HBAR will hit $1.00, then $2.00, and then soar toward that ultimate $47.00 Bitcoin market cap analogy. Don't let short-term doubt cost you a multi-100x gain. Stay focused on the fundamentals. The enterprises have already chosen Hedera. The biggest problem facing the modern world, AI, is being solved by Hedera. If you found this report helpful and understand the magnitude of this Accenture news, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. We cover Hedera on a regular basis, and it remains one of our absolute favorite altcoins. Hit the like button and share this with everyone you know. This is not just news, this is a warning that the greatest utility-driven shock the crypto world has ever seen is building right here. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.